see the first one from Zoro's Lost. $5. Should the man you want who has options accept your flaws and all, or do you have to change and work on what he wants for you to retain him? Should the man you want who has options, we're gonna say a guy that's like really up there, he has options. You're not. He has lots of girls. Accepts your flaws and all, or do you have to change and work on what he wants you to retain him?
Sergio,
yeah.
Do you think we should ask this question after we figure out their preferences versus kind of assuming that they have certain higher standards?
Yeah. That is kind of messed up. Yeah, you're right.
Let's
no, but I want to answer the question because he triggered me.
I feel
that was the first question.
Alright.
Okay, let's get into it.
What do you think, Donnie? Let me answer it.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, so let me go around the table though. I'm gonna start with you, Alicia. So yeah, should the guy accept your flaws, or what should you do to change to work, or what should you change or work on, in order to retain that guy?
If you want me to change something, you don't really like me, so
he's not accepting your flaws. Then yeah.
Okay, then who's next?
Yeah. So go next. Okay. What about you? Should the man you want accept your flaws, or should you change, or what should you work on to retain that guy?
I feel like everybody has to work on themselves at the end of the day. So I just can't limit what I'm working on to satisfy you. You have to be working on yourself to satisfy me. And I'm not going to change myself too much because if you got options, I just got as many options as you. You can move right along.
Oh, okay. She got options too, Zoro.
Yeah, she belongs to the streets.
We've heard
I don't
that
belong
one.
to the streets now. Let's clarify that.
She says she has options. Not that she's gonna take them all, but they're there.
Don't get mad at the belongs to the street because he's gonna hit it even more if he knows you don't like it. What about you, mommy? Like, do you think that you could change, or does he need to accept you with your flaws?
I honestly like the way he said it, like that you want. Most women, the stuff that they want is not of what they need. So I just feel like women should
stop chasing that.
Yeah, they should stop chasing those men that have these options and kind of like, just really sit down and settle down and see exactly what they need, because those men that has options, they follow control. They want more control than anything.
True.
So, hey, you don't have to change for someone. It's somebody for everyone.
Yeah.
So I just feel like if you chasing that, most women chase the bag. Mm-hmm. If you chasing that, most women adapt. They don't change who they are. They adapt to that person that they're trying to get.
So. Yeah. No, there's always those plumbers or the HVAC guys or the electricians, and they're going to be doing really good one day. You don't have to bet on those guys that have all the options.
Right,
you can bet on the guys that are going to be owning an electric company in 10 years. And like he's just not going to be a partying like the drug dealers or anything.
Yeah, you shouldn't be competing.
Yeah.
No man or woman.
Yeah. So what about you? Do you think that he needs to accept your flaws, or would you change some things or to try to retain that person?
So I know that for myself, I'm constantly growing and evolving, so I'm constantly changing, and I'm aware of that for myself. So I expect that from you too, because if you ain't growing, you dying, and you dying alone, honey, because I'm growing. And like it's unfair for me to go into a relationship expecting for you to accept my fuckeries and be content with me half-assing our relationship. That's absurd.
So you're just saying y'all both need to be working towards change all the time. Yeah.
Dead ass B.
What about you? Do you think that he needs to accept your flaws, or you just gotta change or work on stuff to retain that person?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like it has to be an equal amount of work done on both sides. I agree with what Mama said. Like, there's somebody for everybody. And I feel like, too, there's a difference between flaws, because we're, like, nobody's flawless. So I feel like there's a difference between flaws and a difference between, like bad habits or
things that can be changed.
Because
or like a flaw might be like his hair's weird. It's always gonna be weird.
I feel like
balding.
I feel like a flaw might
let
be
it go.
She snores when she sleeps. She can't fucking change that.
But
like maybe she can change the way she reacts when you tell her you don't like the way she does something.
Something emotional can be worked on.
So I feel like like everybody is saying, pretty much we both need to be working on stuff. But at the end of the day, no, I will not change what I do for nobody, because I've tried to do that before and it just doesn't work.
Yep.
You're gonna be unhappy trying to satisfy somebody.
I have a question, because I do have friends that do enable me to change, and not like in a condemning way, because like you did say, we're flawed. We're very flawed. So we have our friends and family as a reflection of who we are to change that doesn't work. So yeah, never mind. I
No,
lost the
I
question.
was.
You're
I'm like, yes.
So my question would be that, like, are you okay with someone telling you, like, hey, babe, you're kind of being hurtful? Not that a man will ever say that, because clearly they're very logical, and our emotions speak wisdom. And I just have to say that because being on podcasts where misogyny is real and they blame feminism.
Press the misogyny button, bro.
Yeah,
Misogyny.
that like they we condemn feminism. Yeah, it killed my dream. You're right. I don't like feminism, but misogyny was what made it there. So let's check that.
What, man? Why are you saying misogyny though? Come on, like you gotta understand that really means the hatred of women. Okay, so you gotta understand that a lot of people don't like. I want to know like where this is coming from. Like, why are you bringing that up? Like where do you think there's hatred of women going on?
I mean, I don't think generally, but in a population where the culture like Cardi B is very, or like Nicki Minaj and all this, promiscuity is okay. It comes from the place of, I'm taking my power back as a woman, because under a man, I'm oppressed. Under a man, I'm this, I'm that. That's where it all come from, right?
Yeah, and like y'all are more than welcome to do that. But here's the thing: this is what's messed up. You think that being sexual is taking power back. It is not.
No, right.
The power is in actually not sleeping around and understanding your true worth. Is actually prizing that and not giving it out to anybody unless they truly deserve it. So like you got to be careful, because a lot of women, feminism spews what you just said, but it teaches women like, oh, I'm liberated by having sex with a lot of people, and like you may not see it that way, but a lot of women see it that way, and that's super dangerous. Like, it's not a good thing. And if we want to have the debate over sexual stuff, here's the thing: women can be hoes. Women can go out and sleep around. They can go do that stuff. We don't care. Trust me, we love hoes.
No.
Trust me, all they got. Hold on. No, trust me, guys love. Trust me, we would love to have a girl to fuck and be easy. But here's the thing: you're in the fuck only category. Of course, we're not going to wife you. Of course, you're not a girlfriend. The thing is, y'all can go and do that, but don't get mad at guys who have preferences. Y'all have preferences. We're talking about them right now. The height y'all would want. We're going to talk about the income y'all would want. It's okay. I'm not going to shame y'all for y'all's preferences. That's what you're looking for. I can't shame somebody for that. But don't shame a man if he prefers a woman that hasn't had as many bodies or wants more chast. Y'all, this is the big issue. Sometimes y'all think it's misogyny because a guy says that he wants a woman that doesn't sleep around, or women shouldn't sleep around. That's just his preference. And y'all should stop shaming men for their preferences. It's very fucked up, because women throw sign language all day long. Shame, insult, guilt need to be right. All day long whenever a guy says what he wants.
But men do it too with
criticizing
that's our bodies and stuff.
That's why we're having these conversations, because we're trying to look at the facts and trying to figure out why is it that way. Like, that's why we look at, my show is mostly based on evolutionary biology. I look at nothing but how humans have been for the last 300,000 years. Okay, and that's all I'm looking at. I'm not trying to live in just the moment of right now, because we have been Homo sapiens for 300,000 years. We killed off 17 other species of humans, and then we fucking won. And then we were cave people for thousands of years. Okay, so I look at life. I don't live right now. I live as a human, knowing that we've been a certain way for a long time. And like, we all have to accept that. We can't call it misogynistic every time a guy just says what is natural to us. And because there's a lot of things that are natural to women, and we can't shame y'all for that.
Right.
Well,
but
can I make a comment on that you were talking
time
about
out.
like our past and like our evolution and stuff.
Yeah.
So living in tribes back in the day, like, actually the man's penis is like designed to, like, the head to like make whatever come or whatnot is up there, like, bring it out, right? And like in tribes, it was normal for a woman to have sex with different men, right? And that man was supposed to, or all the men she slept with are supposed to watch that child, because
I need
they
to see
also
like what
possess-
stats.
Yeah,
Like there might have been one
What?
culture that is an exception to the rule.
Bro,
There
what
might
are
be
you talking
one,
about?
but if we if we want to look at every culture, if we want to look at Alexander the Great, that's not how the Earth was populated. That is absolute. Everything that you just said is absolute bullshit. There might have been one culture about it. One culture.
Yo, shout out to Genghis Khan.
I would love to see it, but I guarantee you that isn't see, here's the deal. You're talking about an exception to the rule. If we look at every other kingdom in all of fucking history, it was the opposite. Women are shamed for having a lot of bodies, and men are literally glorified for having a lot. The biggest sultans, the biggest kings, Alexander the Great. You got to think about
we're talking
how
before them. Like way before them.
I know, and
before
even
that,
then, if
you
we look
know?
as cave people, though, that is not how cave people. If anything, we were even more animalistic. And a man, it was like lions, and like one man could have fucking 10 fucking women. Like he was gonna kill any fucking man that came close to him.